Patrick Aloysius Ewing, Sr. is a Jamaican-American retired Hall of Fame basketball player. He played most of his career with the NBA's New York Knicks as their starting center and played briefly with the Seattle SuperSonics and Orlando Magic. He is currently the associate head coach of the Charlotte Hornets, working under Steve Clifford. Ewing played for the Georgetown Hoyas and was named as the 16th greatest college player of all time by ESPN. He won Olympic gold medals as a member of the 1984 and 1992 United States men's Olympic basketball teams. In a 1996 poll celebrating the 50th anniversary of the NBA, Ewing was selected as one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. He is a two-time inductee into the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. In 2009, he was inducted into the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame as a member of the Dream Team. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame on September 5, 2008 along with former NBA coach Pat Riley and former Houston Rockets center Hakeem Olajuwon. His number 33 was retired by the Knicks in 2003. Biography: Early life: born in Kingston, Jamaica, Ewing excelled at cricket and soccer. In 1975, a 12-year-old Ewing joined his family in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He learned to play basketball at Cambridge Rindge and Latin School. While in high school, Ewing's team bus was often rocked by opponents when his team traveled to play an away game. In order to prepare for college, Ewing joined the MIT Wellesley Upward Bound program. Upward Bound is a federally funded trio college prep program for disadvantaged high school students. He went to Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. and became a citizen of the United States while attending Georgetown. College career: during his recruitment, Ewing was close to signing a letter of intent with the University of North Carolina. While visiting the campus, he stayed at the Carolina Inn and after witnessing a rally for the Ku Klux Klan ultimately decided not to sign with UNC. Ewing signed a letter of intent to accept to play for Coach John Thompson at Georgetown University. Ewing made his announcement in a room full of fans who wanted him to play for Boston College or Boston University. When Ewing announced his decision to play at Georgetown, the fans left the room. As a freshman during the 1981-1982 season, Ewing became one of the first college players to start and star on the varsity team as a freshman. While at Georgetown, he developed a habit of wearing a short-sleeve t-shirt underneath his sleeveless jersey. This started a fashion trend among young athletes that lasts to this day. In the 1982 NCAA final against the University of North Carolina, Ewing was called for goaltending 5 times in the first half, setting the tone for the Hoyas and making his presence felt. The Hoyas had a shot at winning the game until Fred Brown threw an infamous bad pass to James Worthy at the tail end of the game. In the 1983-84 season, Ewing and Georgetown took the NCAA title with an 84-75 win over the University of Houston. In Ewing's senior year of 1985, Georgetown was ranked number 1 in the nation and was heavily favored to beat unranked Villanova in the title game, but the Wildcats shot a record 78.6% from the floor to upset the Hoyas 66-64. Ewing was one of the best college basketball players of his era, as Georgetown reached the championship game of the NCAA tournament 3 out of 4 years. He was a first-team All-American. While at Georgetown, however, Ewing was frequently forced to endure racist chants from white college students. At times, spectators even threw objects at him while he was playing. In one game, after Ewing was nearly struck by an orange, Coach Jim Boeheim of Syracuse borrowed a microphone and threatened to forfeit the game if fans continued to throw objects at Ewing. NBA career: New York Knicks. We've had the Meekin era, the Russell era, the Kareem era. Now we'll have the Ewing era. A Euro Pat O'Brien, quoting an unnamed NBA scouting director just before the 1985 NBA draft lottery. In 1985, the NBA instituted the first-ever draft lottery to prevent teams from deliberately losing games to secure a better chance of obtaining the ultimate prize, Patrick Ewing. The New York Knicks won the draft lottery of 1985, and selected Ewing first overall. Although injuries marred his first year in the league, he was named NBA Rookie of the Year, averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. Soon after he was considered one of the premier centers in the league. Ewing enjoyed a successful career. 11 times named an NBA All-Star, once named to the All-NBA First Team, 6 times a member of the All-NBA Second Team, and named to the NBA All-Defensive Second Team 3 times. He was a member of the original Dream Team at the 1992 Olympic Games. He was also given the honor of being named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. The Knicks played the defending NBA champion Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan in the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals. Ewing was unstoppable in Game 1, finishing with 34 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 blocks, and the Knicks beat Chicago 94-89. With the Knicks facing elimination, Game 6 is regarded as one of the greatest of Ewing's career. The Knicks trailed 3-2 in the series and Ewing was limited physically by a bad ankle sprain, but he helped the Knicks beat the Bulls 100-86 by scoring 27 points. NBC announcer Marv Albert called it a Willis Reed-type performance, but the Knicks were ultimately eliminated in Game 7 in a blowout, 110-81. In a 1993 game between the Knicks and the Charlotte Hornets, the 7-0 Ewing suffered a moment of embarrassment when guard Tyrone Muggsy Boggs, who stands a mere 5'3", managed to block his shot. The team looked like it was going to advance to the NBA Finals when they took a 2-0 lead over Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. Both teams battled well, each winning on its home court in the first 4 games. However, the Bulls stunned the Ewing-led Knicks, winning Game 5 in New York 97-94 after Ewing's teammate, Charles Smith, was repeatedly blocked down low by Bulls defenders on the game's final possession. The Bulls would go on to win Game 6 96-88 and then claim their 3rd straight NBA title. This would be one more season in which Ewing had to deal with no championships, despite the fact that the Knicks had the best regular season record in the Eastern Conference at 60-22 and had the second-best record in the NBA, behind the Phoenix Suns, who were 62-20. With Jordan out of the league, 1993-94 was considered a wide-open year in the NBA, and Ewing had declared that 1994 would be the Knicks' year. He was a key contributor to the Knicks' run to the 1994 NBA Finals, in which the Knicks in the finals for the first time since 1973 lost in the final seconds of Games 6 and 7 to Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets. The Knicks, with Ewing leading them, had to survive a grueling trek through the playoffs simply to reach the finals. They defeated Scottie Pippen's Bulls in 7 games in the 1994 Eastern Conference semifinals, and defeated Reggie Miller's Indiana Pacers in the conference finals, which also took 7 games to decide. In the finals, the Knicks stole Game 2 in Houston, but couldn't hold court at home, dropping Game 3 at the Garden. The Knicks then won the next 2 games to return to Houston ahead 3-2. However, the Rockets won the next 2 games. Ewing made the most of his playoff run by setting a record for most blocked shots in a finals series. He also set an NBA Finals record for most blocked shots in a single game, with 8. The following year, a potential game-tying finger roll by Ewing rimmed out in the dwindling seconds of Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, resulting in a loss to the Indiana Pacers. In the 1995-96 season, Ewing and the Knicks were eliminated in the Eastern Conference semifinals in 5 games by the record-setting Bulls, who won 72 games that year en route to their 4th championship. In the 1997 playoffs, the Knicks faced the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Ewing was involved in a Game 5 brawl where both teams' benches got involved. The Knicks, who were up 3-1 in the series going into Game 5, lost the next 3 games and were eliminated. In the next season, Ewing's career almost came to an end due to an injury. On December 20, 1997, in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks at the Bradley Center, Ewing was fouled by Andrew Lang while attempting a dunk. He then fell to the court hard and landed on his wrist, breaking it, dislocating the bone, and tearing ligaments. The injury was so severe that it required immediate surgery to prevent nerve damage. Ewing, who had only missed 20 games in the previous 10 seasons, missed the remaining 56 games of the season. However, he was able to rehabilitate the injury faster than expected, and as the playoffs began, Ewing was talking about returning. The Heat and Knicks met up in the playoffs for the second straight year. This time, the two teams met up in the first round of the playoffs. The series went to a decisive fifth game, but the Knicks avenged their loss to Miami the year before by beating the Heat in Miami 98-81. Ewing returned for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Indiana Pacers. His presence wasn't enough, however, as the Knicks fell to the Pacers in 5 games. The following season, Ewing and the Knicks qualified as the East's number 8 seed in a lockout-shortened campaign. Although battling an Achilles tendon injury, Ewing led the Knicks to another victory over the Heat in the first round, 3-2. They followed that up by sweeping Atlanta, and defeated the Pacers in the conference finals in 6 games, despite Ewing's injury finally forcing him out of action. However, the Knicks couldn't complete their Cinderella run, as they lost in the finals to the Spurs 4-1. In Ewing's final season as a Knick, the team finished as the number 3 seed in the East behind the Pacers and Heat. The team advanced to the conference finals again, sweeping the Raptors and beating the Heat for the third straight year in 7 games, but could not defeat the Pacers and fell in 6 games. In his last year with the Knicks, Ewing had a game-winning slam dunk over Alonzo Mourning in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals to lead the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals. During his final season as a Knick, Ewing played in his 1,000th NBA game, finishing his Knick career with a franchise record 1,039 games played in a Knick uniform. After the Knicks, in 2000, he left the Knicks as part of a trade to the Seattle SuperSonics. In the trade, the Knicks sent Ewing to Seattle and Chris Dudley to Phoenix, and received Glenn Rice, Luke Longley, Travis Knight, Vladimir Stepanier, Lazaro Borrell, Vernon Maxwell, 2 first-round draft picks and 2 second-round draft picks from Seattle. After a year with the Sonics and another with the Orlando Magic, he announced his retirement on September 18, 2002. That season, he took a job as an assistant coach with the Washington Wizards. In 1,183 games over 16 seasons, Ewing averaged 21.0 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game, and averaged better than a 50% shooting percentage. As of 2014, Ewing was ranked 18th on the NBA scoring list with 24,815 points. In 2001, Ewing testified in part of the Atlanta's Gold Club prostitution and fraud federal trial. The owner Thomas Sisignano testified that he arranged for dancers to have sex with professional athletes. Ewing admitted he went to the club and received oral sex twice in the club. Ewing was never charged with any criminal wrongdoing. On February 28, 2003, Ewing's jersey number 33 was retired by the Knicks, for whom he played 1,039 games, in a large ceremony at Madison Square Garden. Patrick Ewing was one of the greatest players in the Knicks' storied history, as well as one of the greatest in NBA history. Awards and honors: Rookie of the Year, All-NBA First Team, All-NBA Second Team, NBA All-Defensive Second Team, 11-time All-Star. One of 50 greatest players in NBA history, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, NCAA Basketball Tournament Most Outstanding Player, Naismith College Player of the Year, AP College Player of the Year, NABC Player of the Year, Sporting News College Player of the Year, Adolph Rupp Trophy, number 33 retired for the New York Knicks, 2-time Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, 2014 New Jersey Hall of Fame inductee. NBA statistics: in 1993 he led the NBA with 789 defensive rebounds. He was top 10 in field goal percentage 8 times, top 10 in rebounds per game as well as total rebounds 8 times, top 10 in points, as well as points per game 8 times, and top 10 in blocks per game for 13 years. In 1999, Ewing became the 10th player in NBA history to record 22,000 points and 10,000 rebounds. Averages, career highs, coaching career. From 2003 through 2006, Ewing was an assistant with the Houston Rockets, before resigning to spend more time with his family. On July 3, 2007, Ewing was one of 4 assistants hired to serve under first-year Orlando Magic head coach Stan Van Gundy for the 2007-08 season. Ewing was enshrined into the Basketball Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2008. Ewing was a key factor in the Magic's run to the 2009 NBA Finals, where they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers. He guaranteed a win in Game 7 of the second round against the defending champion Boston Celtics. The Magic beat the Celtics 101-82 to win the series 4-3. As a result, Ewing saw Magic captain Dwight Howard set a new NBA Finals record for most blocked shots in a single Finals game, with 9 in Game 4 of the Finals, surpassing the previous record of 8, which Ewing himself set in Game 5 of the 1994 Finals. In 2010, Ewing finally got the opportunity to coach his son Patrick Ewing Jr. in the 2010 Summer League. Ewing Jr. played for the Magic. In 2013, Ewing became an assistant coach with the Charlotte Bobcats. On November 8, 2013, Ewing would end up coaching for the Bobcats as their interim head coach due to the team's regular head coach Steve Clifford having heart surgery during that time. He would end up losing in his first stint by the score of 101-91 against his former team, the New York Knicks. Off the court, other work, Ewing was in the 1996 movie Space Jam as himself, one of 5 NBA players whose talent was stolen. Ewing had a brief appearance, again as himself, in the movie Senseless starring Marlon Wayans. Ewing made cameos as himself in the sitcoms Spin City, Herman's Head, Mad About You, and Webster. Most recently, he appeared in a 2009 ad for Snickers, suggesting that those who eat the candy bar might get dunked on by Patrick Ewing. He also made an uncredited cameo as Angel of Death in The Exorcist 3. He co-wrote In the Paint, a painting how-to-book for children. Endorsements: Ewing's first sneaker endorsement was with Adidas in 1986. In 1991, Next Sports signed a licensing deal to release footwear under Ewing's name in the United States under a new company, Ewing Athletics, which would operate until 1996. In 2012, David Goldberg and his company GPF Footwear LLC successfully teamed up with Patrick to resurrect the old Ewing Athletics line, and bring it back into stores, capitalizing on the current retro trend in the footwear market. Personal life: after friend and rival NBA center Alonzo Mourning was diagnosed with a kidney ailment in 2000, Ewing promised that he would donate one of his kidneys to Mourning if he ever needed one. In 2003, Ewing was tested for kidney compatibility with Mourning, but Mourning's cousin was found to be the best match. Ewing's son, Patrick Ewing, Jr., attended his father's alma mater, Georgetown University after 2 years at Indiana University. Ewing, Jr. wore the same jersey number that his father wore, number 33. He was drafted by the Sacramento Kings in the second round with the 43rd pick of the 2008 NBA draft, but was then traded to the New York Knicks, his father's old team. He did not make the Knicks' final roster, however. He has spent most of his career in the NBA D-League and in Europe. Ewing has been a resident of Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Ewing, in addition to his son, has 2 daughters named Corey and Randy. See also: List of National Basketball Association players with 1,000 games played, List of National Basketball Association career scoring leaders, List of National Basketball Association career rebounding leaders, List of National Basketball Association career blocks leaders, List of National Basketball Association career turnovers leaders, List of National Basketball Association career free throw scoring leaders, List of National Basketball Association career minutes played leaders, List of National Basketball Association career playoff rebounding leaders, List of National Basketball Association career playoff blocks leaders, List of NCAA Division I men's basketball players with 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. References. External links: Patrick Ewing entry at NBA Encyclopedia, season-by-season notes, career statistics and player information from basketball-reference.com, Patrick Ewing at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.